What a barndominium actually is. Before getting into everything you need to know before building one, it helps to be clear about what a barndominium actually is, because the word gets used loosely enough that people sometimes have very different structures in mind when they say it. A barndominium is a steel post frame building that combines living space with either a workshop, garage, storage area, or agricultural workspace under one roof. The name is a blend of barn and condominium, and it reflects the dual-purpose nature of the structure. Post-frame construction, sometimes called pole barn construction, uses large vertical posts anchored in the ground or on concrete piers as the primary structural system, with girts and purlins spanning between them to support the wall and roof panels. This method was developed for agricultural buildings because it is fast, cost-effective, and produces large open spans without the need for load-bearing interior walls. Applying it to residential construction produces a building that can be erected quickly, finished to whatever standard the owner chooses, and configured with large open floor plans that conventional wood framing makes more difficult and expensive to achieve. The barndominium became particularly popular in rural Texas and the broader South before spreading nationally, driven by rising construction costs that made the steel shell's relative affordability increasingly attractive to people building on rural land. Financing a barndominium. This is the issue that catches more barndominium builders off guard than almost any other, and understanding it before you begin can save an enormous amount of time, frustration, and wasted planning effort. Conventional mortgage lenders are accustomed to financing traditionally constructed homes, and barndominiums fall outside the standard categories that most lending institutions use to evaluate and approve loans. Many lenders will not finance a barndominium at all, particularly during the construction phase, because the structure does not fit neatly into the appraisal frameworks and collateral standards that conventional mortgage products are built around. Those that will finance them often require larger down payments, charge higher interest rates, or impose conditions on the finished structure that add cost and complexity to the project. Construction loans for barndominiums are available through certain agricultural lenders, rural lending programs, and specialty finance companies that have experience with non-traditional construction, but they require more research to find and more documentation to secure than a standard construction loan. If you are planning to finance any portion of your barndominium build, begin the lending conversation before you finalize your building plans, not after, because the financing reality may change what you build, where you build it, and what it looks like when finished. Zoning and land use restrictions. A barndominium sits in an interesting and sometimes uncomfortable position in local land use regulations, and the rules governing where and how you can build one vary significantly from one jurisdiction to the next. In rural agricultural zones, post-frame steel buildings have been a standard and accepted construction type for decades, and building one as a primary residence may be straightforward or may require a variance depending on how the local code handles residential use of agricultural-style structures. In areas with more restrictive residential zoning, deed restrictions, or homeowner association rules, a barndominium may be prohibited outright regardless of what county or state building codes allow. Some jurisdictions have minimum square footage requirements, exterior material standards, or aesthetic guidelines that effectively exclude steel-sided post-frame buildings from residential use. Others have no such restrictions. The only way to know which situation you are in is to contact your county zoning and planning office directly, describe the structure you intend to build in specific terms, and ask explicitly whether it is permitted as a primary residence on the land you have in mind. Assumptions based on what someone else built in a neighboring county or a different state can lead you deep into a project before an insurmountable regulatory problem surfaces. The real cost per square foot. One of the most persistent and misleading claims circulating in barndominium content is that these structures cost dramatically less per square foot than conventional homes. The steel shell of a barndominium, meaning the post-frame structure with roofing and wall panels in place but nothing finished inside, does typically cost less per square foot than an equivalent conventionally framed structure. The problem is that the shell is only the beginning, and the interior finishing costs of a barndominium are essentially the same as those of any other home. Electrical wiring, plumbing, insulation, drywall, flooring, cabinetry, fixtures, windows, and doors cost what they cost regardless of what the exterior walls are made of. When the full cost of a finished, livable barndominium is calculated and divided by the finished square footage, the result is often surprisingly close to the cost of a conventionally built home in the same market. Where barndominiums can genuinely save money is when the owner provides significant labor, when the shop or garage portion of the structure is large relative to the living area so that the cost of the shell is spread across more total square footage, or when the owner is willing to finish the interior incrementally over time rather than completing everything before moving in. Going in with accurate cost expectations rather than optimistic ones is essential to avoiding a project that stalls halfway through for lack of budget. Insulation in a steel building. Getting the insulation right in a barndominium is more technically demanding than in a conventionally framed home, and getting it wrong produces consequences that range from uncomfortable to structurally damaging. Steel conducts heat and cold far more readily than wood, which means that uninsulated or under-insulated steel walls and roof panels will make the interior of the building extremely hot in summer, extremely cold in winter, and prone to condensation problems year-round. The condensation issue deserves particular attention. When warm, humid interior air contacts cold steel surfaces, moisture condenses on the metal, and in an enclosed wall or roof assembly that moisture has nowhere to go. Over time, it promotes rust on the steel structure, mold growth in any organic materials it contacts, and degradation of insulation that was not installed with a proper vapor barrier. Closed-cell spray foam applied directly to the interior surface of the steel panels is the most reliable solution because it bonds to the metal, eliminates the air gap where condensation forms, and provides both insulation value and vapor control in a single application. It is also one of the more expensive insulation options, and cutting corners here to save money in the short term is one of the more reliably regretted decisions barndominium builders make. Acoustic challenges. A steel building transmits sound differently than a wood-framed home with conventional insulation and drywall, and people who move into a finished barndominium without accounting for acoustics sometimes find the result jarring. Rain on a metal roof is the most commonly mentioned issue, and it can range from a pleasant background sound to an overwhelming noise depending on the intensity of the rainfall and the amount of insulation between the metal panel and the interior ceiling. Wind, hail, and temperature-driven expansion and contraction of the steel panels can all produce sounds that are more present and more intrusive in a steel building than in a conventionally constructed home. The large open floor plans that make barndominiums appealing also tend to create acoustic environments where sound carries freely across the entire space, making it difficult to have a quiet conversation in one area while activity is happening in another. Interior partition walls, soft furnishings, acoustic ceiling treatments, and adequate insulation in the roof assembly all help manage these issues, but they need to be planned for rather than addressed after the fact. Builders who think carefully about acoustics during the design phase consistently report more satisfaction with a finished living environment than those who discover the problem after move-in. The shop and living space transition. One of the defining features of a barndominium is the combination of living space and working space under one roof, and designing the transition between those two zones well is something that takes more thought than it might initially seem. The shop or garage portion of the building will generate noise, dust, fumes, heat, and potentially hazardous materials. The living portion needs to be clean, comfortable, thermally stable, and free from the byproducts of whatever work happens next door. A poorly designed transition between these spaces allows all of those things to migrate from the shop into the living area, producing a home that smells like a garage, accumulates metal dust on surfaces, and never quite feels separate from the work environment it shares a roof with. A well-designed transition includes a proper fire-rated wall between the shop and living spaces as required by code, a sealed and insulated partition that maintains the thermal envelope of the living area independently of the shop, separate ventilation systems for each zone, and a thoughtful entry sequence that allows the transition between working and living without tracking contaminants through the home. These details are not glamorous, but they are what determines whether a barndominium functions as a genuinely comfortable home or as a place that feels like someone installed a kitchen in the corner of a warehouse. Permits and building inspections. Because barndominiums occupy a hybrid space between agricultural construction and residential building, the permitting process can be more complicated than for a straightforward conventional home, and the complications vary significantly depending on location. Some jurisdictions permit and inspect post-frame residential construction routinely and have established processes for it. Others have little or no experience with it and may require additional engineering documentation, special inspections, or lengthy review periods before issuing permits. A common mistake is beginning construction on the steel shell under an agricultural building permit, which is often easier to obtain and less restrictive than a residential permit, with the intention of converting the interior to living space later. This approach creates serious problems. A structure permitted as an agricultural building may not legally be used as a residence, and converting it without proper permits and inspections can result in fines, require demolition of completed work, and a home that cannot be legally sold or refinanced because it lacks a certificate of occupancy. Work with a builder or contractor who has specific experience with residential barndominium permitting in your jurisdiction, and ensure that every stage of the project is properly permitted and inspected before proceeding to the next. Resale value and the comparable sales problem. Barndominiums present a specific challenge when it comes time to sell, and understanding that challenge before you build will help you make design decisions that protect the long-term value of what you create. When a real estate appraiser evaluates a home, they rely heavily on comparable sales, meaning the recent sale prices of similar homes in the same market area. In most rural and suburban markets, barndominiums are uncommon enough that true comparables are difficult or impossible to find, which forces appraisers to make adjustments and estimates that can result in appraised values below what the owner paid to build the home. This appraisal gap is a real problem for anyone who eventually wants to sell and for anyone the buyer needs to obtain a mortgage, since lenders base their loan amounts on appraised value rather than purchase price. The resale challenge is not a reason to avoid building a barndominium, but it is a reason to build one that appeals to the broadest possible range of future buyers, rather than one customized so specifically to your own preferences that it becomes difficult to market. A well-finished interior with conventional-looking living spaces, quality fixtures, and a layout that functions as a practical home first and a personal workshop second will hold its value and attract buyers more reliably than a highly idiosyncratic build that reflects only the original owner's specific vision. Finding the right builder. The quality of the builder you choose will determine the outcome of your barndominium project more than almost any other single decision, and the barndominium building industry contains a wide range of experience levels, specializations, and competence. Post-frame building contractors who have built agricultural structures for decades are not automatically qualified to build a finished residential barndominium to code, manage the mechanical and electrical systems of a home, or deliver the interior finish quality that a comfortable living space requires. General contractors experienced in conventional residential construction may underestimate the specific challenges of post-frame construction, steel building insulation, and the structural differences between post-frame and wood-frame systems. The contractor you want has done both, has completed multiple residential barndominiums specifically, can provide references from clients who have been living in their finished homes for at least a year or two, and has established relationships with the inspectors and permitting offices in your specific jurisdiction. Visit completed projects in person if at all possible. Talk to the people living in them about what worked and what they would do differently. A builder who is reluctant to provide references or who cannot show you finished examples of their residential barndominium work is telling you something important before you sign anything.